Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. We're here with our new listings update and our weekly update combined. So talking about what we had a look at yesterday, and we'll start off and then we'll go into a few of the things that's been happening in the real estate world this week. So got Colby with me today. How you going, Colby?
Good. We've had a pretty busy week looking at lots of new properties. I think we're getting that pre-rush before Christmas. Lots of people just trying to get in and maybe get sold before that sort of Christmas rush. So we'll usually have a rush now and then a rush kind of early January, mid-January. So it's we're kind of in the thick of that, which is great.
So what did we look at this week? We've been around a few yesterday. So.
Yeah, so we started with one that a lot of you will have already seen online, the little unit on Louisa Street. That's in that really cute little section of kind of brick colonial style units that they've been there for a little while now, but they hold their value in a really popular spot for first home buyers and retirees, and obviously a great little investment. So that one's got amazing long-term tenants in it, absolutely about as good as it gets. So that's a great little one to look into if you're thinking about an investment or perhaps looking at getting into the market but not quite ready to move in yourself. That's a really good one. We also had a look at a huge family home in Ranelagh down on Helen Street. So quite a lot bigger than most of the properties down there. I think we're at about 4 or 5 bedrooms, 2 living spaces, big decks, so substantially larger than sort of your standard residential home. That one will not be coming to market officially necessarily, so that would be a good one to chime in, let us know if you're keen, and we can get you through. It's already had quite a buzz off our database, so that would be a good one to launch into straight away if you're looking for a big residential house in Ranelagh. So.
Speaking of off the market database, you had another one like that yesterday. So
we did. So we looked at another one in Ranelagh yesterday as well, which is just about as soon as we got back to the office, we pumped out to the database and has now gone under contract before hitting the market. So we try not to do a lot of that, obviously. We like to get properties to the market to give you guys the best opportunity to check them out, but occasionally things just come together and it's a bit too good to be true. So worth tuning into these updates and getting on our database if you're looking to buy it, for sure. We also went and had a look at a beautiful farm down in Geeston. So that one is online. That's at 5234 Hewen Highway if you want to check that one out. That was a really cool property, big dams, and it's that kind of self-sufficient dream that lots of people are really, really keen on. So if you are looking for that bit of a lifestyle change, character house, dams, fruit trees, all the whole shebang, that is the one. Perfect
for someone that wants to make their own produce from home and have a label or feed about 45 children or something. It's certainly got lots of veggie patches, fruit trees, all the works there. So.
Yeah, and it's on that section of Hewen Highway that most of us local people dodge by going down Scott's Road, so it's actually pretty quiet.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool one to check out if you're keen on that sort of thing, and that will be open this weekend. And probably one of the most exciting properties that we've got coming into summer is a property down on Randalls Bay, which if you've ever been down to Randalls, I reckon you've seen it and probably thought, wow, how can you build that close to the beach? It is across the road from the beach, but it is an amazing position. We're pretty excited to bring that one to you, so that should be on in the next day or so. And pretty exciting if you're looking for sort of the ultimate Huon Valley shack, which is not really a shack. That's be the one to get onto. So, that will be down in Randalls and offers over 585. So if you want any more info, get in touch and we can help you out with that one.
Pretty great. Pretty unusual in Randalls. You've only got 3 properties really that are on the beach, and it's one of the 3. So
so it's pretty exciting. It's been a tough decision, I think, to bring that one to the market for the owners. It's in such a cool spot, but I think there's going to be a lot of local families that just pretty keen on that position. So.
Cool. On to a few things that have been happening this week. So we've had our Employee of the Month, which was taken out by Brooke this month. So great effort for Brooke there, very closely followed by Michelle. We've had a couple of national things happening in the real estate market. So with the South Australian borders closed, colleagues in South Australia out there in all the Harcourt's offices have been locked down for a week. So they're sitting at home, not able to work, but that's had a little bit of an impact on a few buyers that were coming from South Australia for us. not a lot have been, but a few have been. We are starting to see more and more people filtering through. We've got some coming down today and tomorrow, and people from interstate that are on the ground looking now. That has taken a while. Like, it's been 3-4 weeks or whatever since the borders open now, and yeah, we didn't have that immediate impact, but it's building and building every week at the moment. So we expect that probably December, January is going to be a period where a lot of people will hold off listing, because normally Christmas is pretty quiet and people go interstate or up the coast. So it could mean that by January we're going to have a even worse supply and demand factor than we've had, and it's the worst ever now, but it's going to keep getting that way. And looking at the reports out of all the other states now, WA announced this morning that it's the lowest vacancy rate for rentals in 40 years, and a couple of years ago they couldn't rent anything and rents were going down by $20 sort of every 6 months. So it's really shifting nationally quite quickly at the moment. So going to have some impacts right across the market with that supply and demand. But yeah, Tassie's certainly very, very low and getting lower, and is likely to keep driving the prices up a bit over the next few months, certainly into early New Year. So yeah, rental properties are exactly the same. We have virtually none available, and lots of tenants looking. So great time to look at a couple of those properties as an investment opportunity, really, because we've got tons of awesome tenants that we could put straight into them. So yeah,
I think that the predictions for the next 12 months are much less dire than what they were when we think back to April, and we all thought the market was just going to sort of die in a big heap, and now they're predicting that prices are just going to keep going. And that confidence from a financing point of view, I don't know if you've noticed it with your sales, we had a small patch there where valuations were a little bit tight on prices, and it's kind of back to our normal, where the valuers are certainly not feeling quite as the need to be as risk averse as what they were. So
they're not, but they are telling us up a little bit for selling the houses for 20 and 50,000 more than they think they're worth every time. But yeah, they can see that there's multiple offers, and there's a lot of market evidence that why the properties are worth the price they are. But yeah, certainly a lot more confidence out there right across the board, and with the lending restrictions being released back a little bit easier, that's starting to find the approvals are going through most of the time. We are still finding some pretty big delays with some of the finances. We have had a couple go through 7 and 14 days, but we've still got some at 28 days that are requiring extensions and things after that. So yeah, it's still a bit of a mixed bag there. So.
I think that key too, if you are borrowing from the bank and you know that your bank will need a valuation, is getting that done pretty much on day dot.
Yeah.
I was talking to a valuer the other day, and it's still, the sooner they can get that done, the sooner they can get your application through. So where the valuation used to be a final stage of your approval process, it's now becoming almost the first step.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to brokers and lenders, getting that ball rolling, because the opportunity for extensions is not quite as exciting when you're competing with 10 other people to buy the house. You don't want to have to apply for an extension if you don't have to.
No.
So that's getting to the pointy end of things.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. We've taken up enough of your time. Thanks for lending it to us, people, and tuning in. We will see you next week, Monday, and let you know how the weekend's been.